This was yesterday. This is March 9th. And we're just going to take a look at these two pillars here for the sake of time being. Now, we already know that we're in a Earth Pig year. However, the month that we're in right here is the Yin Fire Rabbit, which is a Yin Fire and Yin Wood month. So it's very on fire. It's very lit. Whoop. And what that does, interestingly, this doesn't happen very often. If you look down here, and I did another video about this too, you'll see right in this section, it says that the earthly branches are transforming to wood. Normally, a pig is water and wood with mostly water. And this here is also earth too. So we've got an earth, mostly earth and water. However, because of the circumstances of all these combinations, what we have at the end of that is transformation into wood. So we've got even more wood going on within the month that we can feel because of how it interacts with the year that we're in. So that's going to be challenging, especially for people like me. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are challenged by extra, by more options than they need to have come to them, by more getting tangled up in social situations. Like with my friend, with this sort of interaction where it's like, instead of just coming to me, she's going to act quicker than she can think and block me outright, try to control me. Wood is all about control. Wood loves control. How does a plant grow in a pot? It has to latch on and grasp every square inch of that soil that it resides in order to have a firm root, right? It needs to be planted in there. It needs to be holding on to something. That is related to how people are when they try to control other people or situations. That pisses me off, sorry to say, but it's just true. So that is the kind of dynamic that's going on here, basically, with yesterday and a little bit with the situation in general. So we're going to actually go and look at today's chart. So bear with me. We still have the same month, same year, obviously. Today is the Yang Fire Horse. Horse itself is Yin Fire mostly. Whenever you have the two versions of the Yin and Yang version of the same element in one place, they compete always. They're like rival siblings. That's the best way to say it. So we've got major conflict of a certain type for being today's general energy. So don't be surprised if you're sensitive to fire, if today you're going to be challenged very intimately. An intimate challenge, that's the best way to put it. So could be an actual sibling, a friend, somebody that comes that is close to you, or somebody that comes straight into your face to challenge you. That's going to be likely today. So if that happened to you, be sure to let us know. Like, let us know if any of this stuff is happening for you. Yesterday, so it was the 9th yesterday, we had Yin Wood Snake. So even more so, we've got so much wood going on. It's like when wood lines up in the year transformation. So the year over here transformed to wood, remember? And then we've got, a fiery wood month, the rabbit month. And then we've got more wood and fire. So wood and fire, wood and fire, wood and fire, all of this burning and fuel. So a lot of potential for people to get angry and for people to get bitter. On the plus side, people can be patient or they can be joyful. So if wood and fire are both good things for you, you're going to feel both of those emotions. Or you're going to be likely to be in situations or circumstances or be around people that harbor those emotions. Pay attention to that if that's you. Notice this is going to be the first video that I'm editing. So I went back and looked ahead to the future. So I'm recording this right now at 12:40 p.m., so 40 minutes after noon. And we're about to enter a new period, right? Because each period of the day, there's 12 of them for 24 hours. They each are 2 hours apiece. So the one that we're leaving at 1 o'clock, the one that's starting at 1 o'clock is this branch right here. So the time branch is going to be even more wood, and a little bit of yin earth. But look at this. It's going to transform anyway. Guys, today, from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock, if you are sensitive to wood, you just got to stay put. You just have to bide your time. Be patient. You know, the positive virtue of the wood element is patience, if you can harbor that. If you're having challenges, you're probably going to feel angry or see anger around you. That's going to be super, 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 super likely, you know, because when you've got the year branch that's transforming to wood, you've got a fiery wooden month on top of fire, double fire that's, you know, competing with itself for the day on top of a wooden goat for the time. Man, oh man, do you got to be vigilant and aware that there are a lot of circumstances where you can get caught up in things that you might not want to get caught up in. Now, for a lot of people, that wood is a good thing. Getting caught up can also be a good thing, meaning, hey, I'm going to initiate myself into this project or this space that I needed to do. And wood is very good for people like this in saying, okay, you're in this situation, like it encroaches. Wood is all about encroachment. So encroachment means it comes closer to you and doesn't back off. Think about how a tiger stalks its prey. Tiger is yang wood, by the way, for the animal in the zodiac. But wood encroaches. So it comes closer and closer and closer. It creeps. It doesn't give up. It's patient at its best, right? So use that to your advantage if patience is a good thing, or if having all of these new resources come to you and kind of corner you and say, look, you can't ignore it anymore. If that's your jam, awesome. Be involved, get out there. However, if that's something that invades you or hinders you or ties you up unnecessarily, avoid it. Try to do something else. In your chart, for example, if you need metal and you need to stay away from wood, then take that example or that situation that's going to happen pretty soon here with the time changing over to 1 p.m. If you find yourself really tied up in a situation or being controlled or trying to be used by other people and you need metal, then your saving grace is going to be simplicity, is going to be deducing things from the situation. You know, instead of complicating stuff, you're going to make things simpler. So, for example, if you're in the workplace and the encroachment you feel is all of your colleagues come up to you and they say, hey, we need this paper done, we need that, we need this spreadsheet fixed, or we need this and that, and here's this and here's that, and you just feel inundated with all this work piled on top of you, and you feel like these people are trying to control you or push you into a corner. You got to state yourself right then and there. You got to be overt and say, I can't do this today because A, B, C. Boom, that's it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's black and white. This is the situation. So that kind of approach is going to be super helpful if you're that kind of person that needs metal and needs to stay away from wood. That's just one example, but there's a lot of examples.